Hello again, everyone. Edwin Lerner back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about transit Venus conjunct one's natal north node. Now, when you have transits that involve Venus, it could be about what we love, enjoy, value, and also matters pertaining to self-worth, self-esteem, and how we feel about ourselves. Now, when you have the transit of Venus conjoin your natal north node, this may manifest in really loving, enjoying, and valuing your future, where you're going, what the direction that you're headed. If you have this in Aquarius, say it could be doing things for the collective good or something environmental or innovation, things that are group related, because you'd be going away, of course, from the south node of Leo, and it would be going away from doing things that are more flamboyant or more attention seeking, and more in really about enjoying and valuing things that are more for the collective good, doing things in a group where you're not really necessarily getting any kind of acclaim for what you're doing, but you're doing it for more the collective good of others. Now, also, this could be about enjoying or valuing what we feel is destined for us. We have this transit. Keep in mind, this transit doesn't last very long, and I'm talking about, of course, when Venus is in direct motion. Transit Venus is in direct. If it's retrograde, then you might get it a couple of times, and maybe a couple of times or a few times, maybe in a year, as opposed to maybe you know, like one time a year. Now, and you have it for longer overall. But anyway, this could be also about really, really enjoying, what our mission may be. If it's in Pisces, it might be something with altruism, something that involves self-sacrifice and being able to forgive and being idealistic, trying to see the best in others. And also, North Node can be about the development of our positive attributes and qualities. And of course, it's going away from the South Node. And when you have this, this could be about really putting more value, more stock in developing the good qualities in the latter, generally going to be the latter part of your life, perhaps after age 35 or so. Yeah, or 35 and older. And the thing is, I mean, if it's in Gemini, it could be an expression of versatility, dexterity, uh, being loquacious, talking about diverse subjects, uh, showing adaptability. Uh, so it's really in being very quick thinking, quick witted. And the thing about this too is when you look at this energy as well. It's also about loving, really valuing and enjoying where we're moving toward, the direction that we may be going. And say if it's in Virgo, it could be something, some analytics or something where you have to do critiquing, whether it might be food critiquing. Say if it's you have it in Virgo in your fourth house, it might be critiquing food. The fourth house could be connected with food because the fourth house corresponds with the zodiac sign Cancer. Virgo energy, of course, is about being, could be critical. It can be where you might be able to critique and get paid as well in some cases. Now, also too, the North Node is about what we're aspiring to be. And say if it's in Taurus, it could be aspiring toward having stability, toward being stable, having calmness, peace, tranquility, life, going away from the crisis-oriented Scorpio energy, which of course would be the South Node if your North Node is in Taurus. And it could also be too where, I mean, the North Node could be about what, our destiny and things that may be preordained. So, if it's in Sagittarius, it could be valuing, interaction with foreigners that are part of your future that you would feel it's part of your destiny, or excuse me, or something preordained, or something with translation, working with immigration. expressing a lot of exuberance, homing in on one, maybe just one main philosophical belief. Um, and also, too, this is about when you have this transit. Remember, Venus can be about beauty and attractiveness, so it can be going moving toward toward being maybe more attractive than previously. I mean, if it's in Aquarius, say, it could be a very like unique, eclectic look. Leo could be very flamboyant, even ostentatious in one's attire. Now, in some cases, this could be about where relationships may figure more prominently and play more of an integral role in developing the positive attributes and qualities that's associated with the North Node placement. I mean, Sagittarius again could be expressing joviality, being jocular, philosophical. It could be something with the sports, being more sports minded, doing things that are more, outdoorsy, you could say, um, expressing expansive energy. Now, let's say if this is in Gemini in the ninth house as an example, this could manifest in the development of manifold, which is Gemini, in philosophies, which is the ninth house, or even having diverse, which is Gemini, college courses, the ninth house. This is about to where you might value your future more than usual and where you aspire to be. Now, if this is an Aquarius in the fifth house as an example, it could just be doing something, as I stated before, for the collective good and group-related efforts. If it's in, which is Aquarius. Now, if it's in the fifth house, that could be where where the group that you're in actually shines, because the fifth house in astrology corresponds with Leo, and Leo is about shining. Now, in isolated cases, there may be some lawsuit that might affect one's future. Now, say if this is in Capricorn in the 10th house as an example, this may manifest in a lawsuit, which could be something business related, which is Capricorn, which could affect one's reputation and public image and may get unnecessary notoriety, and that is the 10th house. Now, another thing too, if you're single, you're unattached, you don't have a significant other, another way this could pan out, this could be about love. That might be part of your destiny and may very well play a role in that second half, that part of your life, which is the North Node. Now, the thing is, if this is well before like age 35 or so, it might be somebody that might be there for the long haul, and you might be a significant other that will be there for a sustained period, and during at least part of that time in that second part of your life. If you're already there, then it might be there. It's possible it could be there for the duration of your life. If it falls in your fourth house, especially, I mean, that's the end, that latter part of life, that might even increase that propensity for that happening. Now, something also, I mean, the North Node can be about issues one may have to confront or address. When you have this transit, it can manifest in some cases as something Venus related may have to be confronted. Now, that can include a wide divergence of things, including money. It could be your values. If it's in Gemini, it could be very superficial values, or valuing vicariousness as an example, as opposed to just living out your own destiny, your own life, as opposed to living through others. This could be about issues, as far as issues that may be confronted. It could also include relationships. It could be legalities or legal matters, a lawsuit in some cases. And as far as anatomically speaking, Venus is connected with the throat, the neck, the thyroid, the lower back, and kidneys. Now, if you're having issues with any of these things I mentioned, especially if this falls in the first or sixth house, because the first house, of course, corresponds with the physical body. The sixth house can be about physical issues and debilitations. It might be an issue you might have to deal with more. It could even be by having to put money into something. Say if you have some health coverage, it doesn't cover everything, or there might be surgical or what have you. But these could be isolated. But it does increase that proclivity for having to deal with something like this, because Venus is associated with what I described before as far as anatomically certain those body parts. And it could be, where you might have to deal with them more than than you had previously, especially if you already had those issues. Now, if this is in Gemini, this could be about maybe a mercurial love, or this is that maybe you might be you might be destined to have. And the thing about it is, it's also issues, or even if it's in Gemini, could be having to confront or address a mercurial, or I call very fickle monetary situation, or maybe doing something that's Gemini related, or dissipating yourself through lack of an integrating purpose in terms of how you're making money. Those could be issues that may have to be addressed or confronted. Now, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, people, Edwin Learn saying stay well.